What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. CDK Boxing. Let's talk boxing. Let's get into it, man. Timothy Bradley recently made some comments saying that's why he respect Tank Davis because Tank's not over there kissing Turkey Allen Sheik's ring. And I thought about that and I came to this conclusion. So you're telling me, Timothy Bradley, you're siding with Tank? I thought Shakur and Terrence Bud Crawford, these was your people, man. These were the people you always talk so good about. I thought these was your guys because they're over there, and I ain't gonna say kissing anybody's ring, man, especially a man doing that. I think they're over there doing what they supposed to be doing, getting to the bag, And with you saying that, what did Tank say? Tank came right behind that after you said that and said, "What, man? You still a B." He still disrespected you. Tank don't care about nobody, man. So ain't no need to try to jump on the Tank bandwagon because one thing about Tank, he don't want nobody on his bandwagon. Tank just that type of person. And hey, I do respect that. But Timothy Bradley, let's keep it 100. You work for Bob Earl. So was you kissing Bob Earl's ring? You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the thumbs up, man. That's another thing, man. Y'all do me a favor when you come in, man. Hit the like button, man. Please hit the like button. I appreciate, man, the love and support. But Timothy Bradley, who tried to side with Tank, you know what I'm saying? What's good, my brother, prize fighter? How you doing this morning? Talking about Timothy Bradley, man. He recently came out and said he respected Tank not going over there and kissing Turkey Al Sheik's ring, which I think, man, you know what I'm saying, is a real stupid comment because you got Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Bud Crawford over there, two people that we know that Tim Bradley rocks with. Now, Tank came right behind it, like I told y'all, and said he understand what Timothy Bradley was saying, but he's still a B. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what he think about you. But hey, Timothy Bradley, had we had a Turkey Al Sheik in boxing back in the days, guess what we would have got? You wouldn't have ran from Earl Spence. We would have got that fight between you and Earl because Turkey Al Sheik would have put enough money on the table to make that fight happen. So I'm glad that we got one governing body. In the same ring that you were kissing, which was Bob Arms, guess what he's doing? He's over there with Turkey kissing the ring. I don't understand why people got a problem with Turkey Al Sheik trying to make boxing what it once used to be. You can't make it make sense to me, man. Any hardcore fan should love what Turkey is doing with boxing. He is making boxing something that we want to see again. And that's why Tank has a problem with it. You want the bag? Okay, here go the bag. I'm gonna put it in front of you. But guess what? I'm gonna choose who you fight. You're not gonna go get somebody driving the taxi cab and then what's good, man? What's good, green light? You're not gonna grab nobody with a taxi cab. And like I keep telling y'all, I think Tank can beat every one of those guys. If you ask me to pick Tank and Shakur, I got Tank. And I think Shakur's an excellent fighter. It's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I think it's a 50-50 fight. But Tank got to get off his high horse and stop feeling like, hey, man, I got to call the shots and just say, man, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over there and get this money for Turkey because I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel like Tank could run the gauntlet. And what I mean by that, Teofimo, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and the rematch with Ryan Garcia. Man, those are big money fights. Could you imagine Tank going over there and getting that bag from Turkey and fighting all four of those guys and beating them the type of money that he would make? Also, that right there will put him in the Hall of Fame without a doubt, man. So I want to see Tank go over there. I tell people all the time, I don't hate on Tank. I like Tank. I think he's the best at 135. I just don't like some of the decisions he's making. And I feel like this right here, y'all recently, Earl Spence just came out and said, man, that PBC basically is taking the best years of his career. So what does that tell y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? He's letting y'all know that I don't think the money's there at PBC. They got money problems. We just gonna keep it real. That's why it's taking so long for Earl Spence to get back in the ring. That's why Javante Tank Davis is mad about the way the promotion is going with this fight with Lamont Roach. PBC doesn't have the backing. Amazon Prime is not putting up money. All they doing is giving you a platform to put your show on. That's it. But they're not gonna bag you. Not gonna do like Showtime. They ain't coming out of their pocket with nothing. Turkey come out of his pocket, man. So I see PBC possibly, you know what I'm saying, going over there with Turkey, and I see it coming up real soon here, man. They're gonna have to do something. They got fighters on the shelves. You understand what I'm saying? And we want to see these fighters, basically fight. Now another thing, we got Chris Eubank Jr. and Connor Steroid Being is what I call them. They've decided to fight each other. They signed a 2-fight deal. There will be a rematch. No matter who loses, there will be a 2-fight deal. In the first fight, I believe you said is April 26th. And the next fight will be in December, before the end of December. Now, I'm not a big fan of Conor Bean. I'm not a big fan of anybody, man, that cheats. And we know this man is a cheater. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm definitely rocking with Chris Eubank Jr. in this fight. I also think Chris Eubank Jr., man, has pretty good skills, and I think he's underrated. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Chris Eubank Jr. is a little underrated, and I think he's a better fighter than Conor Bean. I don't know what weight class the fight's going to be at. I haven't heard yet, but I'm definitely waiting to hear, you know what I'm saying, see where this fight takes place. We know in England. I want to see the weight classes, man. I hope Chris Eubank Jr. doesn't have to drain himself and come down and wait to try to make this fight happen. So I'm definitely ready for that. We got another thing. Turkey Al-Sheikh, man, he's on the move once again. Deontay Wilder, we know he got a fight coming up with a taxi cab driver. And Mr. Harper, no disrespect to him. I just think he's a better driver than he is a boxer. I'm going to keep it real with you. So if Wilder takes care of business right there, we know Tyson Fury has decided to retire. What Turkey Al-Sheikh said, he's not going to put any pressure on Fury right now. He's going to give him a little time to go home and be with his family, but he's going to try to make the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight if Wilder's able to get through that. Now, he also said the winner of that fight, Wilder and Joshua, he wants them to fight, take on Martin McCauley over in Africa. Now, Martin McCauley has a fight with an African FL Jabba. And that might be a good fight. FL ain't no bum or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And he got power. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested in seeing how that fight go. But there's a lot set up on the table, man. Turkey, man, he's making chess moves and he's moving 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody else. He already, man, he basically is doing what I wish, man. Just think, man, if you had the type of money, being a boxing fan, man, to make the fights you want to make, I would be moving like Turkey, man. I have it already lined up and thinking ahead of time. I'm going to make this fight happen. I'm going to make that fight happen. And that's what he's doing, man. He's bringing these fights together. So Martin McCauley and Anthony Joshua, I don't know how good of a fighter Martin McCauley really is. I never was too big on Jerry Big Baby Anderson. 15, 16 fights in, I still didn't see what I wanted to see from him. And I knew it was just a matter of time before he ran into somebody to beat him. So I don't know how good Martin McCauley is. But we're going to find out. The fight with Ever Jabba, it should be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it goes a distance. But like I said, Joshua and Wilder is what Turkey's working on next. I'm ready to see that fight. I hope it plays out. And I'm always going to go for Joshua. I mean, for Wilder, man. My fault. I'm always going to cheer for Wilder. And I wish Wilder would go back to being the old Wilder. I don't know what happened. I don't want to put it out on Malik Scott. But it seemed like Wilder got old overnight, man. It seemed like his skills, he started trying to dance. He stopped throwing the right hand. He started being something that we hadn't seen, man. Wilder's not a dancer. He has great power, but it seems like he don't want to pull the trigger no more, man. It's like having a gun, man, and the bullet just stuck in the chamber. You can't get it out. And that's what it seems like right now with Wilder, man. So I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, cheering and rooting for Wilder to come back and do what he do. But like I said, he's fighting a fighter that's 18-11 and Curtis Harper. Yeah, me too. Wilder, my dude, Greenlight said he had to get rid of that trainer. Ain't no doubt about it, Greenlight. Listen, man, Malik Scott, I don't understand. Y'all, they faced each other. Wilder beat him. Malik Scott was a journeyman at best. You can be, I'm going to say this right here. We know you got Bo Mack and great trainers that didn't have great boxing careers, but they're great trainers. So I don't want to take that from them. But I think that the thing that makes a great trainer and being an ex-boxer, you don't try to take your style and implement it onto another fighter. You take what he has to offer and you add to it. And you fine tune it. All he was supposed to do with Wilder was fine tune what Wilder already had. Tell him, show him, get a better jab. You know what I'm saying? Put something in front of that right hand so they don't see it coming. He started wanting Wilder to dance and do stuff that we had never seen Wilder do. And it threw Wilder's whole game off, man. That is not Deontay Wilder we see anymore. And I really just, you know what I'm saying? I hate to see Wilder going out there like that. This fight right here with Curtis Harper, I know what it is. It's a confidence booster fight for him to go out there and get a victory, get his confidence back, and then, go on to get in there with Anthony Joshua. And I just hope it works out, man, for the best for him. Now, also, Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia, there's different talks. We just seen Ryan Garcia sign a contract with Turkey, you know what I'm saying, Al-Sheikh. So now Teofimo Lopez says it's him. Ryan Garcia is going to be fighting in May. But I'm also hearing, you know what I'm saying, Devin Haney, and they're saying that this is confirmed, will be taking on Ryan Garcia in October. Devin Haney says he want to get it back in blood in October. That's what I was saying. Not saying who's going to win. I was just saying what quoting Devin Haney. He said he wants to get it back in blood. He's not going to be able to rest till he get his lick back. This is what I did, man, just so people know. I'm always fair when it comes to a fight. I say this right here. I don't believe that style would have beat Ryan Garcia whether he was on steroids or not. Now, we know it recently came out, the New York State Commission just came out and said that Ryan Garcia has failed another drug test, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I did go back and watch the fight, and Devin Haney won the rounds that he didn't get knocked down. If you go back and watch the fight, When Devin Haney wasn't getting knocked down in boxing, he looked good. But the thing is, Devin Haney has to box. You're not a brawler. You don't have the power. I don't think, man, listen, Devin Haney got great boxing skills, but the power's not there. You're not going to beat Ryan Garcia if you go back out there and fight that style of fight. But if you go back and watch the fight, everybody, go back and watch Devin Haney in the rounds he didn't get knocked down. And just take a good look at it and give a real fair assessment of it. Whether you like Devin, whether you like Ryan, just go back, and that's what I try to always do. I just want to be honest. Like I said, that's why I'm telling you that style wouldn't have beat Ryan Garcia no matter what. I just think it was dumb. He couldn't get out the way of the left hook. I had never seen Devin Haney look that bad in my life. And I think Devin Haney is actually a better fighter than that. Whether he beats Ryan in the rematch or not, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you something, Green Light, about the weight. For me, getting in the ring and knowing weight, 3 pounds definitely makes a difference, and I'm going to tell you why. Those 3 pounds are the hardest pounds in boxing to lose. 2 pounds, 1 pound, 3 pounds, they're very hard to lose. And what happens is when you don't have to go down in weight like that, when you don't have to take off the 3 pounds that I had to take off, that means that you're going to also be able to rehydrate and come into the ring, you know what I'm saying, bigger and stronger than me. So the 3 pounds definitely makes a difference. That's why if it didn't in boxing, nobody would do it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, nobody would care about it. There wouldn't be no fines or nothing. But those 3 pounds, man, Ryan couldn't, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't get those 3 pounds off of him. Had Ryan Garcia had to lose 3 more pounds, you would have seen a different fight. I'm talking about he might have still won, but the power wouldn't have been the same. The speed wouldn't have been there. Those 3 pounds are hard, man. They hard. They're very hard. Why you think Ryan Garcia was really willing to pay the money and say, hey, man, I can't lose no more weight? Think about that now. You were willing to give up. If it didn't make a difference, are you going to give up $500,000 to $1 million if it don't make a difference? I'm not. I'm going to go back and get the 3 pounds off of me. That's what I try to get people to understand. Like I said, one thing about me, I'm going to always give fair assessments. It don't matter what I like a fight or not. That's what I pride myself on in my channel. I'm going to always give you the truth. I don't care about nothing but telling the truth and, you know, giving a fair assessment. Devin Haney couldn't have won that fight with that style regardless, in my humble opinion. Now, what I don't like is the fact that, you know, hey, his dad is the one that should have said, yeah, he should have won the 147. Both of them, the fight, but you got to give me a heads up. I don't mind, Green Light, if we both say, if you're going to come in at 143, let me know ahead of time so I can also come in at 143 on the day before the fight. It has to be fair. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I want people to start understanding that we have to take out the hate that we have for certain fighters or what we got for dislike and put the truth out there. And that's what I'm always do. I'm not going to take Devin Haney's side. I ain't going to take Ryan, but I'm going to give you a fair assessment and tell you what I really seen and through my experience. That's why I said 3 pounds makes a difference. It does. I ain't talking about the play or the way the fight played out. I'm talking about just the strength and overall, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Devin Haney, but not necessarily. Had they both been in agreement to come in at 143, and you know what I'm saying, they could have all agreed on it, he wouldn't have necessarily lost his belt. But the thing I didn't like was Devin didn't have to take the fight. Once it was 143, you have a choice. You understand what I'm saying? You could either say, hey, I'm not going to fight him. He got to get the 3 pounds off or whatever. But his dad being Bill Haney, you know what I'm saying, and being a coach, that's another thing I think about coaching, man. You know, sometimes you got your fathers in your corner, and we see some of these fathers that are not really necessarily great trainers because they don't know. When you see Floyd Mayweather Sr., you know why he's a great trainer, but he was also a pretty good boxer. You understand? He understands what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that, Green Light. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. But what I'm trying to get y'all to do, Green Light, because I think people have a dislike for Devin because they dislike Bill, and it judges people the way they think or the way they look at these boxers or what they say about a boxer. And what I try to tell people is you have to be realistic with what you see and what you know and what your experience is when you're talking about a fighter. And that's what I try to do. I give you a real breakdown, and I take all the, man, listen, Ryan Garcia is a racist. But guess what? I still ain't gonna say, you know what I'm saying? I still ain't gonna say that Devin Haney would have won that fight that night. I don't believe that. But I also did go back and look at the fight and seen that had there been some adjustments made, had he done some things differently, the rounds he didn't get knocked down in, he looked good in, he had a real good chance of winning. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I try to do. I think a lot of people like Devin, but they hate Bill, and that becomes a problem. Bill has made it so bad that Devin can't get a first shake because he run his mouth all the time. See, we gotta start looking at stuff like that and thinking like that, man. Build this, build that. Bill been running his mouth so long. It's just like with Floyd Schofield, man. Kid Austin, I respect what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Devin, a humble dude, but his daddy, man, talk just like Mama Schofield. Mama Schofield always running her mouth. So now people don't like Kid Austin. You know what I'm saying? But Kid Austin is a humble young man. Kid Austin also is doing something at the early age, man, that I like. He's young and he's stepping up to the plate, man, taking on a real challenge. How can you be mad at Kid Austin, man, for calling out the best? And not only calling Shakur Stevenson out, guess what? When it was time to sign the contract, he ain't think twice about it. So I respect Kid Austin for that. I just don't like the way his dad talks. I think his dad exaggerates things. He doesn't tell the truth. And no matter which way this fight plays out, I think a lot of people think Shakur Stevenson is overlooking this fight. I don't think that. I think Shakur Stevenson, man, is gonna go in there. I think he's gonna dominate the fight. I think it's gonna be a learning lesson for Schofield, but I'm not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be for the betterment of his career. If you get a loss early in your career, it really can do you more good than it can harm. You understand what I'm saying? Go out there, see what you need to do different, find out the holes. I would definitely love for Kid Austin to have somebody else in his corner with him besides the pops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shakur gonna win, brother, and I have a feeling it's going to be in a bad way. Hey, I kind of agree with. No, I'm gonna say I definitely agree with you, Green Light. I think that it's a good chance that Shakur Stevenson can go out there and people gonna say this is crazy. He could possibly go out there and stop that man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna beat up on Kid Austin, man. I think he's gonna beat up on Kid Austin, and I think it ain't gonna be nice. And I think people are gonna find out, you know what I'm saying, real quick, just how good Shakur Stevenson really is. And there are levels to this for a reason, and that's what I hate. But I do love the fact that that young man stepped into the plate and he got a lot of heart. And you can't be mad at anybody that got a lot of heart, man. I just want people to understand that, man. So one way or another, whatever happens in that fight, I am definitely riding with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at Kid Austin, man. He got my respect. I just don't like his daddy, man. There's a few dads I don't like, man. These boxing dads, they different. You know what I'm saying? They do more talking. A lot of times they're trying to live through their sons. Let's put it that way. They are trying to live through their sons instead of stepping back. And I don't even know if somebody else is gonna be in Kid Austin corner. I heard that he is working with different trainers, some pretty good trainers. I think Ronnie Shields is one of them, and a few more. But I'm glad to know that, you know what I'm saying, he's getting that work in and he's working with different people. But I don't think there's anybody that can prepare you for those bright lights like that. See, there's a lot of times you hear about these what you want to call, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. TFMO dad is by far him and Bill Haney. To me, are the most two annoying people I've ever seen for fathers in the corner. But hey, I don't know if you paid attention to Mama Schofield. Mama Schofield is real bad too, man. Mama Schofield do a lot of talking, a lot of huffing and puffing, a lot of lying. And when you see Mama Schofield on these platforms, when they bring somebody else up, like they brought Keyshawn Davis up to have a conversation, they couldn't even get a word out, man. It was that bad. You know what I'm saying? It was that bad that couldn't nobody else talk. And really, man, messes up your channel. I don't even know if I would want to have a conversation with Mama Schofield. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much for me. I can't deal with that. Me knowing what I know and being who I am, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it. But at the same time, hey, we're gonna see how things play out. Now, Tiafimo and Ryan Garcia, I really haven't thought about how that fight looked. You know what I'm saying? I think Ryan Garcia and Tiafimo, it could be a good fight or it could be one of those duds because Ryan Garcia had power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he always want to steal the show. Yeah, he definitely sounds like a woman, and that's why I call him Mama Schofield. I ain't trying. I hate to be disrespectful, but listen, man, I've seen plenty of people in my time in prison like that, man. I know girl when I see girl in them, and he got girl in him. I don't care what nobody. You can't tell me no different. That man got girl in him, and he might have been. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. But hold on one second, y'all. Somebody keep calling, and I'm trying to tell them they know I'm doing it, doing this right here. Yeah. Uh, I want to see what happens with Teofimo and Ryan Garcia. I'm really interested in that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them fights, man. You know what I'm saying? That I got you know what I'm saying? I think Ryan Garcia can win that fight. I think Ryan Garcia has a good chance of beating Teofimo Lopez. I'm calling the battle of the races. You know what I'm saying? And these two guys, we know they don't like black people. And I ain't got no problem with it, babe. Listen, I just think it's fun. I really don't take Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez that serious, to be honest with y'all. So a lot of time when they say stuff, a lot of time I think it's for shock value. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think they say a lot of stuff, me being truthful with you, a lot of that stuff they do is just for shock value and to get clicks and all that stuff. And so I'm not really too much mad at those guys, man. I look at them guys, man, and say to myself, I don't even think half time they believe what they're saying. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not. That's why I say I know what they're doing it for. Ryan Garcia. Now you know, could he beat Teofimo? He probably can stop. People are talking about power. I heard somebody say Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia might get knocked out. Ryan Garcia has more power at that weight than Teofimo Lopez. Ryan Garcia's power has translated from 135 to 140 or whatever weight they're gonna fight at. Teofimo hasn't knocked nobody out in a while, folks. Teofimo Lopez did not have the same power he had when he was down there in the 130, 135, whatever down there. That power's not there anymore. Teofimo Lopez is not the same fighter, and I don't know what happened to the power, but it definitely didn't translate. You know, timing means everything too sometimes, folks, and maybe he's just not catching these fighters like he used to, but I don't see the power, and I think Ryan Garcia, man, he catches Teofimo Lopez with that left hook on the button. We could see Teofimo Lopez in for a long night or a short night. So I'm definitely waiting to see that, man. Listen up, man. Anybody check me out, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Green light, man. I want to tell you this, man. I appreciate what you told me, man. And it got my views and stuff coming back, man. You pay attention to that, because everything you told me was the truth. And now, for a minute, I thought they had me, whatever you call that, what they do to you. But my views and stuff are starting to build back up. And now while it's doing that, man, I'm gonna get this thing rolling again. But what you told me was true. I done everything you told me, green light, and it worked out for my channel, man. So man, I truly appreciate that, bro, man. You helped me, man. You brought me back from the dead. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I owe you for that one right there for sure. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gotta get ready for work, man. Thank y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? To my brother Green Light, my brother Prize, nothing but respect and love. This is CDK Boxing. Like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. I'm out.